What's the latest with you and Mr. Girl? Let's just get into it now, right at the beginning, and just I've seen some comments that you posted, and
Oh,
yeah,
he's just. I truly don't know what to do. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how to deal with somebody that is that level of insanity. And, like, yeah, it's just, I'm not sure. He's reached out to, I've got, like, a list now of, like, every person that contacts me. I think there's 23 different individuals that he's reached out to so far to have conversations. And it's just, yeah, it's just unbelievable.
um,
But he's like a terrorist. Like, he can't be bargained with. There's no way to stop him. Like, he just is
what's the
fucking insane.
song? Put on the song, the one from the Grill Me song. That's him.
Yeah, basically.
He can't be bargained with. Yeah. Um, of the people that hate you that are also female, are you concerned any of them will use this as an opportunity to um,
No, I'm not.
find
I'm
a
not
way?
concerned about like something coming out. It just
No, no,
looks.
no, no. That's not what I mean. You didn't let me finish. Of the
Okay.
people that hate you that happen to be female,
Hmm.
are you concerned that they will find a way to shoehorn this into a situation where you didn't do anything wrong, but they find a way to make it? So a good example of this might be like kind of what Stardust and Cherry almost did to Max,
Hmm.
right? Are any of those? Do you think that's likely that some of those things might happen? Yeah,
Um.
like we're talking Casey Tron, etc.
No, I'm not. I'm not worried about that. I just one is that like it's hard to explain this, but it feels gross. That's number one. Like it feels
Mm-hmm.
disgusting that this like creepy loser is like digging through all of my personal contacts. Is going back. I think he's trying to like DM Nicole now, Blue Tea from literally what would that be 10 years 9 years ago. um that like just having somebody like that like messaging friends and family of mine is just fucking gross. Especially when he's like a creepy fucking rapist dude. It's just disgusting as fuck. So that's number one. And then number two is that it just looks really fucking bad because he has like, he's not even pretending to be impartial. Like if I'm reaching out to somebody and I'm trying to do like an investigation, right? Or a journalist will reach out to me, it'll usually be like, hey, my name is whatever. Like, I was just wondering if you want to talk about some things. But that's not the types of emails that Max sends. It's like, hey, like I've been an abuse victim of Destiny and other abuse victims want to come forward. Do you want to come and share your story? It's like the most loaded fucking absolute dog shit, crazy stuff in the world. And for like random people that I don't even associate with to be getting emails like that just makes me look fucking insane, right? Like imagine if you're Hafu and then out of nowhere, like you get an email from some guy claiming to be an abuse victim of mine and then other women are going to come forward and there's like a pattern of abuse with women. It's just really, really, really fucking weird. Oh, sorry. So like this is the email that he sent Hafu. Um, Hey Hafu, I'm coming forward as an emotional abuse victim of Destiny. Some others are coming forward with me, and I'll be writing an article describing abusive patterns I and others have experienced, especially women. Would you be willing to talk to me about this? I've been doing off the record voice chats in Discord, or we could just DM, but I find talking allows me to convey a lot more. I'd like to start out by just explaining my thoughts about it. Like, he gets these people basically, and I've talked to a few people that he sends to, he gets him on these like 2 or 3 hour phone calls basically, where he's asking like every fucking personal question that he can relating to like my community and me and like people I've dated and everything. It's just like, it's so fucking weird. It's so fucking strange. And the thing that annoys me too is that he's always presenting these things as though there's all these women ready to come forward, but they're terrorized, right? There's all these women coming forward, but like they're like living in terror. And it's like at some point he either I guess ethically he can't drop names, but like he has to produce something. He can't just because here's what I think is going to happen is I'm pretty sure he's going to say in a few weeks like, oh, like none of them were comfortable coming forward, but here's like a pattern I noticed. Like that's what he's going to say. um and then it's like, oh well, I guess I can't even
Can you imagine?
yeah.
Let's go. I mean, who do you think could possibly be like? So, how do I rephrase this? Who do you think's given an interview to him, possibly,
People I already know, they've told me, but
that actually have given an interview to him?
yeah, because they were curious and they talked.
How many people have done that so far?
That I know of, I think 3 or 4. I don't know how many other have or how many others have.
Dan is louder than you, Steven. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Oh, I'm using the restroom real quick. 1 second.
Are you going over the article when it comes out? Fuck no. Because I'm pretty sure at this point what it's going to be is he's going to take some personal things. Like he's having detailed conversations with Erin about me like cheating on her like 8 years ago. I'm pretty sure what he's going to do is he's going to take some personal things and he's going to write up basically like a huge slander that's like going over like, oh, well, this is all the bad things that Destiny's ever done, like in a relationship or personal interaction. And then like here are some mean things that he said about people on stream. And it's going to be like wrapped up as some like fucking stupid abuse article. But I'm pretty sure if I don't give it any attention, it's not going to get any more. He's just not going to have very much reach because he has no platforms to reach on. But I don't want to like, I don't, this is one of the reasons why like I haven't been fighting with Lav or any of that shit is because I don't really want, or even mentioning this that much. I just don't want to get into a big back and forth with people like this because he like Max would reach out to my kid. He's that kind of person. He has like no shame, like no boundaries, no nothing. And I don't want to be like in a protracted conflict with somebody that's fucking crazy.
Is he reaching out to men as well?
A couple. Darius, I think, Doobie. There have been a couple others, yeah, but mainly it's women. Every single woman that's ever been on my stream, he has like added on Discord. I can see our mutual friends. He's added every single one.
How does it feel, this happening like this? Is this a new experience for you? Have you ever had any like obsessed, like kind of something like this, or is this like a totally
I've had
new...
like obsessed like people before, but the problem is that like most of them are kind of dumb and most of them aren't very good at manipulating people. Max is very manipulative, right? Like Shaylin is his literal long-term zombie slave, and like she's going to be like that for the rest of her life. I don't know anybody else I've met that is as manipulative as him. That's kind of the scary part. It's probably like, maybe that's what Bob Seven would have been like given like 10 more years to age, but I think he's like, what, like 22? Just the fact that he's as old as he is, the fact that he's been through and abused like so many partners, like by his own admission also. It's not even like, he's like, he said that he's hit people, that he's raped people, whatever. That like this person is just somebody that's uniquely kind of like positioned to be very, very, very obnoxious, essentially. And I haven't had anybody of that level of like insanity before, like chasing through my fucking, like going through all my personal life like that is just really fucking weird.
Well, you kind of had, what was the name of that the Jack guy? I felt like he kind of
Jack Allison, not even close to this. And Jack Allison's not manipulative. He's a fucking like loser. Like you just have to listen to him. You can tell he's a loser. That guy's never manipulating anybody ever.
Well, I mean, he did like he put effort into
and sending me like a fake email as a journalist. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean that shows that's like on the danger score, right? If you will, like skills, interest in doing something or momentum and ability. Yeah, I mean that was hitting all the things. So, what's going to happen here? So, first off, when do you think this is all going to be dropping? I guess.
I think in about a month, I think he's going to drop some article about how abusive I am or some bullshit. It's just the annoying thing is that he's gonna have dug up like so much like random personal shit that I don't really feel like relitigating over and over and over again.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to make Steven look bad, it's not hard, right?
Sure. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. Not even out of context, in context. Like I've been like a shitty person. Like I cheated on Erin like 3 times. Like I've done shitty things in the past, of course, 100%. But like, I mean, obviously, one, my life is like very public. Like every single mistake I've ever made is for everybody's consumption on the internet. And then 2, like I don't want to relitigate that every single fucking time some crazy stalker dude decides that he wants to, like dig through like every fucking aspect of my life. It's just really fucking irritating. But I imagine he'll probably get bored of this after he does his his huge expose, and then he'll drop off like the Dr. K shit did. But it's just, it feels like really gross. Like it wouldn't surprise me if like my ex-wife has like a DM from him waiting in her fucking Facebook inbox.
Yeah, it's probably a really shitty feeling, all this stuff. And like, over what, I guess?
Over getting banned from my fucking subreddit. And the most irritating thing too is like how fucking stupid he is when he's trying to twist things to his narrative, and he's mind fucked Shaylin on it too. I think one of the things that triggers me the most, the thing that actually triggers me the most isn't Max, it's actually that fucking Lav girl, that stupid fucking cunt. Dude, I showed so much charity and patience with her, and I did with Max too, to be fair as well. And for her to like be running with the most insane fucking stories ever, like actually is unfucking believable to me. Like I sheltered that stupid fuck so much over that stupid fucking Hassan rumor that she wanted to spread, which, by the way, she said in her Discord like 2 nights ago, that girl actually was 17. I don't know if Lav like can't fucking do basic math, but like I know who the person is. I know when she said they hooked up. I can look up the years. Like she's just fucking insane. But like, have you heard that they've twisted that story into me manipulating Lav? Did you hear this?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so Lav has this story that she likes to tell because she's obsessed with getting attention on the internet, where she lies and she says that Hassan fucked a friend when she was 17 years old. Okay? This is a lie. It's just completely and totally 100% fucking false. And that's why she got raked over the coals on the internet for it. Okay? So, one, she's lied about that. But two, she wanted to say that on my stream a couple of times because she told it to me personally. Okay? But I don't think it's true. And when I gave that information to somebody else, when she first told me, I think I shared it with, I don't want to say his name, or if he cares, he can say it in chat. But I shared this information with someone else, and he did a ton of digging. He was like, oh, like I looked into this, like it's bullshit, 100%. I was like, oh, okay. So when Lav wanted to talk about it on stream, I was like, hey, we're not talking about that here. And then people like Trainwrecks and Zerka are getting back to me like, bro, I've got some crazy info on Hassan that I've heard, like, holy shit. And I'm like, don't ever publicize this because I know who it's coming from. And all of it was coming from Lav because she talks about it fucking everywhere, right? So I basically told Lav, like, dude, you need to chill on this because you're going to get destroyed. If you leak this shit and it comes back to you, you're going to get absolutely fucking obliterated. And Shaylin and Max and Lav are all saying that I did that as a form of blackmail over Lav.
Huh.
That basically I'm saying that like, oh, like now I think Lav actually introduced this saying
for you that would be the worst blackmail. It's like, hey, Steve, don't tell my secret or I'm
yeah, they use
I'm going to tell everyone something about Lush. You're like, oh no, please,
yeah,
no, don't do it.
They keep using this phrase like, oh, he's stealing my narrative. Like I'm going to leak the secret and make her look bad. But the problem is that, like, one, her secret is not even true. Two, it wouldn't make me look. I don't even know. Actually, wait, I'm trying to think because Shaylin and Max and her all believe this. I don't even know how they make this work in their mind. That I'm blackmailing her with a secret that's not about her, that's not even true, yeah, I don't know. And then she leaked it, and everything that I said was going to happen happened. I was like, bro, if you leak this, it's going to destroy it. And it did because it was wrong, and she did leak it. And I'm like, you're so stupid. But yeah, I don't know. Jesus fucking Christ. It's so annoying. Wasn't it that you were holding it over her head? Yeah, but I wasn't. She was already spreading the secret on, like she'd said it in Chud's Discord server. She'd obviously told fucking Zerka and fucking Train, or it got back to them somehow. Like, so obviously she'd already been telling the secret to everybody. It's not like it was a well-kept secret. Like, God, it's so unbelievably fucking moronic.
Well, your subreddit has a lot of power. I'll be honest. It's
yeah, I guess getting.
Well, I guess he would probably say that it's not because of that. It's because he looked internally and felt like he was abused, and then something clicked, and he realized that you were an abuser, right? So I think he probably 100%.
Yeah, but the subreddit thing was what triggered it because I didn't give him a chance to defend himself, and I wasn't protecting him or some stupid fucking shit.
But he probably really feels like, I mean, I guess, I don't know, how do you deal with this? If he genuinely feels like, here's the thing I don't understand. There has to be bigger issues than spending your time to go after you. Even if, let's say,
oh yeah, how about
that you are an abuser, there's got to be better uses of your time to cause good in the world besides going after fucking Steven.
Or how about going after fucking Lav, who has a track history of like making false allegations, of being fucking insane online, of potentially scamming people with a GoFundMe, like all this shit. Like, maybe wouldn't she be a better person to investigate? But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just cringe as fuck. But yeah, he literally has nothing going on in his life but to like contact every single person I've ever spoken to and then do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know how he feels. Like something must have clicked when all this happened, that he was like, wait a second, this is abuse.
Yeah,
he feels like he didn't feel it
two major
before.
Disagreements. And when you disagree with a narcissist, you're basically like denying them their fucking reality. Like, so I'm pretty sure that's all that happened. The Nazi thing was a big thing, and then disagreeing over the subreddit thing was a big thing. And this is like the death knell to like or death knell or whatever to like fucking narcissists. Like the fact that you could ever disagree with them is like just doesn't compute. It's not possible.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, he tells this lie on stream that Shaylin was the one that made him realize it, but that's not true. Does this change how you handle crazy people on stream going forward? Yeah, I'm mind reading way more now. I'm not gonna be as charitable. I've been shouting at Annalisa and DMs. I'm not gonna be as nice to you fucking morons anymore. I'm gonna start coming down on you guys harder when you act stupid. You're not getting as much charitability from me. 2023 is gonna be me being actually like way more fucking like no more of that bullshit. Been way too nice.
Meaning,
to way
wait,
too many
meaning
people.
what? We're not going to have crazy people on stream?
No, but when somebody's acting crazy, I'm not going to play fucking, I'm going to translate, you know, through 57 different volumes of speech to make your shit sound palatable. If you're having this much trouble communicating with people, you're going to start getting called the fuck out on it. And I'm going to start aggressively muting people that can't handle that in Discord until they fucking leave.
At what point does that translate into reality? So, like, when you get... Okay, so when you get someone on here and it's like, hey, listen, the Earth is obviously flat. And you're like, well, how do you explain this? And you're like, oh, yeah, well, those are space lasers. And when do you want to be like, oh, you're just a fucking moron? All right, well, thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you later. Like, at what point do we have to continue talking to someone?
It's not about just being a moron. It's just about, like, how I, like...
Well, you know, the thing is, a moron's okay. It's when you know that they don't believe it.
I'm just going to be more aggressive and open about, like, people that I trust or people I don't trust, right? Like, that Annalisa girl, that's like a bombshell waiting to happen. Like, I know that is. Like, she's going to go on some show in the future, and she's going to call me a fucking racist or some blah, blah, blah bullshit. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure.
1,000,000%. I probably wouldn't have said that, like, a month ago, but now I'll be open to it. I know that. That's something I'm expecting to happen. So, like, when she's on my platform, I brought her on that one time to as one people, but, like, I'm not going to be as, like, charitable about, like, translating shit, because I know that she's going to be somebody that's going to, like, fuck me over in the future. Or not fuck me over, because I'm just like, I trust or anything, but like just shit like that is what I'll be more mindful of.
How many people that are currently your orbiter are you worried about or think that will fuck you over?
That like would say crazy shit about me in the future, basically.
That if they had the opportunity, how many people do you think are likely to turn on you?
I don't know. I'd have to go through them. You can give me examples. I can tell you or not.
I don't know.
Well, then I don't know either.
All the imagine a Mind Waves panel in your head.
I don't think that Mind Waves would. Mind Waves has like talked a little bit of shit on Twitter, but it's about stuff that he generally believes. Like he said, like, oh, I disagree with Destiny on this or that, but like I don't think there's any illusion. He doesn't pretend to be like a huge like Destiny simp. Like there's shit that he disagrees with me over, and like we've had disagreements. That's fine. I think he's like generally pretty chill.
Okay. What happened to all the other? God, you fight so many battles at once.
Not really. I've actually been pretty good at restricting myself to just a few. Right now, it's starting to get a little unhinged with the max shit. But generally, all the big fights are... I think Keffel's got her cease and desist yesterday. I don't think she's tweeted about it yet, but I know she got it because I was CC'd on it. So that's probably going to be a thing that'll be upcoming. There's like the huge cringy max shit. And then there's kind of like this whole like quote-unquote black issues stuff going on. But the max stuff just happens in the background. There's not much I can do about that. The Keffel stuff will depend on how much she wants to blow that up. And then I don't know if Fnatic is making a manifest on me, but like that's just kind of content. So
you got a lot of people coming at you at once. It feels like.
Well,
you're fighting a lot of battles at once.
I just want to play.
You've broken. You know what? I know. I hate to contradict. I feel like you're. I know you don't feel like this way. You're fighting a few battles at once. You're spread a little thin. You feel like you can handle it though.
Yeah, it's just about like minimizing. It's like minimizing the type of contact, right? So like with Keffels, I don't talk about her much because I don't want to like keep blowing that up over and over again. With Max, I don't talk about him much because I don't want to blow that up over and over again. And then the black issues and the Fnatic stuff is like pretty minor. Like these are all pretty minor. But the problem with minor fights is that like one or two things can happen and they can snowball into major fights. And then the more emotionally unhinged I get, the easier it is to snowball everything else into major fights. So it's usually just a matter of like just chilling and letting things pass without being more aggressive over and over again. That's why people keep saying I was dumb to not record that call with Lab, but I know I didn't. I know it was a good idea not to, because if I did, I knew I'd be releasing it. And I would be. I'd be leaking parts of it right now because she's saying I gassed her in the conversation. But it's a really good thing I didn't, because now I'm not even tempted to like touch that shit, which is good, because like in a few months those people are gone, right? Keffels disappeared after a few months. Most of these people are just gone after a while because they have no longevity. All they thrive on is like negativity and toxicity and cancerous shit. So it's okay. I just need to take a step back and chill.